Section 1. Tonight, we're dangling 300 feet above an Andean gorge, feeling the pulse of the Apurimac River below us, knowing that our only support is a web of grass ropes intertwined by centuries of indigenous wisdom. As an apprentice Qswachaka bridge weaver, this is your first day, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Survival hinges on your ability to navigate both fear and the intricate art of weaving. The master weaver has just handed you a bundle of ichu grass to chew, and let's be real. It tastes like a blend of hay and the weight of your own doubts. Before we dive deeper, take a moment to engage with this experience. Like the video if it resonates with you, subscribe to continue this journey, and drop a comment about where you are in the world right now. Right now, in the breathtaking Andes, the condors circle overhead, their shadows casting doubts about your journey, as if placing bets on your resilience. As we dim the lights and set the mood, let's embrace the chill of the mountain air that bites at our fingers, reminding us of the challenges we face together. You sit among fellow apprentices, learning the ancient tradition of softening ichu grass not with tools, but by chewing it into submission, a ritual that connects you to generations past. Your jaw aches after 20 minutes, a testament to the effort required, and you can't help but wonder if you've ingested enough fibers to weave a new stomach lining. The master weaver, Capac, embodies the spirit of history. His weathered hands guide you as he demonstrates how to roll the fibers against your thigh, transforming them into workable cords. Mainstream archaeology reveals that the Inca constructed over 200 suspension bridges across their empire, but there's a quirky belief that the best fibers come from grass chewed under a full moon. Whether this is superstition or clever strategy, it reminds us that sometimes, embracing the unusual can lead to extraordinary results. As the sun climbs higher, you transition from chewing to braiding, your fingers awkwardly mimicking the fluid movements of the masters who came before you. The ancient bridge you're helping to repair sways gently in the wind, its massive cables groaning like a living entity, reminding you that this work is not just a task, but a dialogue with the past. When Capac tests your first load-bearing knot and bursts into laughter, it's a pivotal moment, an opportunity to learn, adapt, and grow. His laughter may sting, but it's also an invitation to rise above, to embrace failure not as an endpoint, but as a stepping stone on the path to mastery. As he explains how tension must flow through each strand like a river through its banks, you realize that this work is a dance of balance and harmony. By midday, your mouth feels like you've been chewing on a cactus, your fingers stained green from the grass, and yet, you're filled with newfound respect for the grandmothers who weave while nurturing life. Every snap of a thread, every whisper of the fibers as they fall into the gorge below, is a reminder that the bridge communicates its needs, a lesson in listening and responsiveness. Capac nods sagely, imparting wisdom. The bridge tells you when it's ready to be renewed, often through moments of challenge that test your resolve. Embrace these moments, they are not just obstacles, but signs that growth is imminent. As you navigate this delicate balance of fear and skill, remember that every strand you weave is a testament to your courage, your dedication, and your willingness to learn. In this breathtaking space, surrounded by the majesty of the Andes, you're not just an apprentice, you're a part of a legacy that spans centuries, a journey that connects you to the heart of a culture. So, take a deep breath, let the cold mountain air invigorate your spirit, and step boldly into this adventure, knowing that with each knot tied and each fiber woven, you are contributing to something greater than yourself. Section 2. The morning sun warms your back, a gentle reminder that every new day brings opportunities for growth and transformation. Graduating from the simplicity of chewing grass to the intricate art of bridge weaving feels like stepping into a realm of sacred geometry. Capac stands beside you, guiding you to the edge of the gorge where the old bridge hangs, its fraying ropes whispering stories of resilience and strength. He passionately refers to this craft as mathematics without numbers, showcasing how to calculate tension by feel alone, a skill that transcends conventional methods. Your fingers begin to trace the intricate patterns of the existing cables, an invitation to learn their history through the way the fibers twist and strain. Mainstream engineering marvels at these bridges' load-bearing capacity, yet there lies a curious fringe detail: master weavers who claim to sense earthquakes through the subsonic hums of the cables. Historians debate whether this sensitivity was genuine or merely a product of generations of keen observation distilled into profound intuition. As you are handed a freshly chewed bundle of ichu grass, a sense of purpose ignites within you, marking the beginning of your journey and creating your first serious cord. The fibers feel alive in your hands, resisting and yielding as you twist them clockwise, a sacred instruction from Capac, who warns that deviating from this path could lead to bad dreams for the bridge. Beside you, Mama Killa, an elderly weaver, hums a melodic tune, her fingers dancing with a speed that seems almost magical. Capac explains, she's singing strength into the ropes, a reminder that every act of creation is infused with intention and spirit. The work becomes hypnotic, a rhythmic cycle of twist, pull, wrap, and repeat, each motion a testament to your commitment and perseverance. As blisters develop blisters, you realize that every struggle is a step towards mastery, and with every effort, something resembling rope begins to emerge from your hands. When you hold it up proudly, Capac gives it a tug, and it disintegrates like overcooked spaghetti, a humbling moment that teaches you the value of failure. With a nod of approval, he says, "Good first death, now you understand failure, you can begin learning," a powerful reminder that every setback is an opportunity for growth. As afternoon shadows stretch across the gorge, the master weavers gather to demonstrate the sacred spiral technique, a mesmerizing blend of physics and art. 6 strands become one cable, each twist infused with centuries of knowledge, reminding you that mastery is a journey, not a destination. In the fading light, the ropes take on a golden hue, illuminating the path ahead, a path filled with challenges, learning, and the promise of achievement. Embrace the journey, for every twist and turn leads you closer to understanding the beauty of your craft and the strength within you. With every rope woven, you are not just building bridges, you are connecting with a legacy that transcends time, culture, and individual experience. Let the warmth of the sun and the wisdom of your mentors inspire you to weave not just ropes, but also the fabric of your dreams. Remember, every great weaver started where you are now, and with each effort, you are inching closer to becoming a master of your own destiny. Section 3. At dawn, the air is crisp and filled with anticipation as the knotting lessons begin, revealing a world where knots are more than mere fasteners, they are a secret language spoken by the ancients. Capac, our wise instructor, stands before us, ready to unveil the bridge tongue, a series of 7 sacred knots that dictate the very lifespan of bridges. With a sense of eagerness, I grasp the rope, but my fingers fumble over the first knot, the hummingbird's kiss, which promises to distribute weight evenly. As I struggle, my attempt resembles a drunken spider's web, a far cry from the elegant loop I envisioned. Mainstream anthropology tells us these knots were standardized across the vast empire, yet there's an intriguing fringe fact that lingers in the air. Some weavers believe that the knots must be tied while holding specific thoughts. Anger renders them brittle, while fear causes them to sag. Historians debate whether this was a spiritual practice or an early form of quality control psychology, but either way, it speaks volumes about intention and focus. Mama Killa, with her gentle hands, takes pity on my struggle, guiding me patiently through the motions of knotting. Her words, "the rope remembers," resonate deeply as I finally produce something that resembles a proper knot. When I test it, I feel a thrill of accomplishment as it holds, barely, but it holds. Capac watches closely, giving my knot one sharp tug before nodding with approval. It'll survive until someone important crosses, then fail dramatically. Perfect for tax collectors, he quips, a twinkle in his eye. The real test lies ahead as we are sent to inspect the old bridge's knots, each of us harnessed to a safety rope, a concession to Spanish innovations that the elders grumble about. I creep along the swaying span, feeling the bridge's pulse beneath my feet, each cable a storyteller of past events. Frayed sections whisper of llamas panicking, while suspiciously perfect repairs shout of imperial inspections. I spot one knot, gnawed by what looks like ambitious mice, a testament to the bridge's history and resilience. My task is to identify the sleeping knots, those nearing the end of their lifespan, which emit faint creaks when rubbed, a sign of their impending failure. After 3 hours of rigorous inspection, my ears ring with phantom groans from every fiber, a testament to my growing sensitivity. When I finally find a true sleeping knot, its fibers sigh under my touch, I feel a rush of triumph as the elders nod approvingly. "Now you're listening," Capac says, his voice filled with pride. Most only hear the screams after the fall. As dusk settles around us, the weavers gather to share chicha beer, their laughter mingling with stories of famous collapses. Each disaster becomes woven into our collective memory, a cautionary pattern reminding us of the fragility of our creations. I drift into sleep, my hands still moving unconsciously, tying imaginary knots in the dark, dreaming of the bridges yet to be built. In this world of knotting, I realize that the lessons extend beyond the rope. They teach us about balance, intention, and the interconnectedness of our lives. Embrace the challenge, for every knot tied is a step toward mastering the art of resilience, both in bridges and in life. Let each knot be a reminder that we, too, are capable of withstanding the weight of our experiences, as long as we remember to tie them with care. As the dawn breaks again, I am filled with a sense of purpose, ready to face the challenges ahead, knowing that I have the tools to navigate them. In the intricate dance of knotting, I find the essence of perseverance, the strength to hold on, and the wisdom to let go when necessary. This journey has just begun, and with each knot I tie, I weave my own story into the fabric of existence, a testament to the power of learning and growth. Section 4. The dawn breaks over the gorge, casting a golden light on the Chaskis as they arrive, lean, hollow-cheeked men with the spirit of the wind. They stretch beside the gorge, a dance of energy and anticipation, their feet tapping impatiently as the elders inspect the bridge one last time. These imperial messengers are the first to test the newly repaired span, embodying a confidence that contrasts sharply with your own apprehensions. Mainstream history tells us of the Chaski relay system, capable of delivering messages over 150 miles a day, but there's a curious detail that intrigues you. The fastest among them consumed a paste made from chewed coca leaves and volcanic ash, resulting in blackened teeth, a fearsome appearance that made villagers step aside. Historians debate whether this was a form of performance enhancement or an early tactic of psychological warfare. As the lead Chaski approaches the bridge, his calves are like knotted rope, and his eyes dart with an energy that can't be contained. He inches closer, testing the first planks with a light bounce, embodying the very essence of trust in the bridge beneath him. Then, without a moment's hesitation, he launches himself onto the swaying walkway, his bare feet barely kissing the surface as he flies across the 90-foot span. The bridge shudders and groans under his swift passage, yet the woven cables stand firm, a testament to the craftsmanship and faith that bind them. Capac nudges you forward, a gentle push that propels you into the unknown, your heart racing with every step you take onto the bridge. The bridge sways ominously, reacting to the unseen breeze, and you grip the guide ropes with white knuckles, feeling the laughter of the Chaskis echoing around you. But then, halfway across, something shifts within you, your body finds its rhythm, a dance you never knew you could perform. The sway becomes predictable, almost comforting, and as you near the far side, a spark of confidence ignites within you. When you return, trembling but triumphant, the lead runner offers you a nod of acknowledgement, his voice carrying a hint of respect. "Not terrible," he concedes. "For a weaver." He demonstrates the technique, knees bent, arms relaxed, a flow that allows the bridge to move beneath you, a lesson in surrendering control. The secret, he confides, is to trust the grandmother's knots more than your own eyes. As the Chaskis depart, their dust swirling around them, you notice Mama Killa whispering to the bridge, a gentle caress of connection. "Apologies for the rude guests," she murmurs, and in that moment, you begin to understand the deeper truth. These spans are not mere constructions, they are living members of the community, imbued with stories, strength, and spirit. Every step you take on this bridge becomes a part of that story, a testament to your courage and growth. You realize that overcoming fear is not just about facing the unknown, it's about embracing the journey and trusting the process. As you watch the Chaskis disappear into the distance, you feel a new sense of empowerment wash over you. You are not just a weaver, you are a part of something greater, a thread woven into the intricate fabric of life. With each challenge, you become stronger, more resilient, and willing to step forward into the next unknown. Remember, like the Chaskis, you too can outrun the wind if you trust in yourself and the bonds that support you. Section 5. The mountains tremble without warning, reminding us that nature is unpredictable and powerful. One moment you're diligently repairing a side rail, focused on the task at hand, and the next, the world shifts beneath your feet. The entire gorge comes alive with motion, stones clattering down cliffs, creating a symphony of chaos. The bridge twists and sways, feeling like a living creature beneath your feet, urging you to find your balance. You drop to your knees, instinctively grasping the woven cables that suddenly feel terrifyingly insubstantial, as if they might give way. Across the span, Mama Killa stands steady, her hands resting lightly on the vibrating ropes, exuding calm like a comforting presence. Mainstream seismology confirms that the Andes experience hundreds of quakes annually, a testament to the Earth's restless spirit. But here's where the story takes a turn. Elder weavers claimed that bridges emitted specific harmonic frequencies before major tremors. This uncanny insight is now being studied by modern scientists using fiber optic sensors, blending ancient wisdom with contemporary knowledge. Historians continue to debate whether this was ancestral knowledge or merely coincidence elevated to the status of prophecy. As the shaking subsides, Kapak approaches the bridge, his practiced hands examining its structure with a keen eye. "Good bones," he declares, patting a primary cable that somehow survived the quake unscathed, a testament to its craftsmanship. He explains that the secret lies in the give, the flexibility that allows the bridge to sway rather than shatter under pressure. Where Spanish stone arches would break apart, these grass bridges respond with resilience, their very design becoming their strength. You're tasked with inspecting the anchor points, massive stone pylons where the cables disappear into the rock, anchoring the bridge in place. Here, the genius of the system reveals itself. The ropes aren't rigidly fixed, but looped through stone channels that allow for controlled movement. The quake has left behind telltale rub marks, evidence of how far the bridge traveled during the shaking, a reminder of its dance with the earth. See these? Kapak points to faint fiber patterns, illustrating the bridge's ability to adapt. The bridge danced, but it didn't fall. Like a drunk at a festival, stumbles, but always finds his feet, resilient and steadfast. That evening, as the sun sets behind the mountains, the weavers gather to share stories of the great quake during Pakakuti's reign. They recount how bridges reportedly swayed so violently they slapped the canyon walls, yet not a single span failed. Mama Killa steps forward to demonstrate the special earthquake knots looser than normal, designed with extra give at critical points. As you practice these knots by firelight, each loop and twist becomes a lesson in adaptability and strength. The ground beneath you occasionally shivers, a gentle reminder from nature that it is indeed in charge. Each tremor is a call to embrace the unpredictability of life, to learn how to sway with the challenges we face. In moments of uncertainty, remember the wisdom of the weavers. Flexibility is not a weakness, but a form of strength. Like the grass bridges that withstand the quakes, you too can learn to bend without breaking. Life will throw challenges your way, but with the right mindset, you can dance through the storms. Let the mountains tremble, let the winds howl, your spirit is unyielding, your resolve is strong. As you stand firm amidst the chaos, know that you have the power to adapt, to overcome, and to thrive. Embrace the lessons of the ancients, and weave your own story of resilience into the fabric of life. Section 6. As the moon rises, the air thickens with anticipation, and the divination ceremony begins. The elder weavers gather in a sacred circle around the central span of the bridge, their faces adorned with charcoal lines that echo the pathways of the ropes. Mama Killa, the wise matriarch, reaches into her woven pouch and produces a bundle of coca leaves, a symbol of connection to the earth and the spirits. With careful hands, she arranges the leaves on a flat stone as the others join in, humming a low, vibrating tone that resonates with the very cables of the bridge. Mainstream archaeology may have uncovered the rituals of bridge maintenance, but there exists a fascinating fringe detail. Some diviners interpreted the health of the bridge using llama fetuses, placing tiny bones on frayed ropes. Historians continue to debate whether this practice was steeped in spirituality or served as an early form of structural stress testing. You feel a sense of purpose as you are instructed to pluck 3 individual fibers from different sections of the bridge. The first fiber, from the north anchor, resists your grasp, embodying the strength and pride of its position. The second fiber, from the walkway, slides free with ease, perhaps reflecting a growing indifference. But the third fiber, from the swaying mid-span, practically leaps into your hand, eager to reveal its secrets. Mama Killa takes the fibers and binds them into a complex knot that appears intricate at first glance, yet is composed of just 7 simple loops made simultaneously. She suspends the bundle over a clay bowl filled with chicha beer, attentively observing the ripples on the liquid's surface as the fibers absorb moisture and twist. With a voice that commands the attention of all present, she declares, "The north anchor is proud." The walkway grows lazy, she continues, her brow furrowing as she senses the energy shift. The middle, she pauses, her gaze fixed as the mid-span fiber suddenly straightens. The middle has seen death coming. A solemn nod ripples through the circle of weavers, each understanding the weight of her words. Tomorrow, they will reinforce that section, a task shrouded in mystery, for the knowledge of how to identify it is something that comes with age and experience. As the ceremony draws to a close, Kapak, a seasoned weaver, takes you aside and imparts a crucial lesson. "The fibers always tell the truth," he says, his voice steady and profound. "The trick is learning to hear it before the bridge starts screaming." That night, your dreams are filled with visions of singing ropes and bridges that stretch across time itself, a reminder of the deep connection between past and present. You awaken with a start, your heart racing, only to find a single ichu fiber coiled on your sleeping mat like a question mark, a symbol of the mysteries yet to unfold. In this moment, you realize that the journey ahead is not just about building bridges but about understanding the very essence of what they represent. Each fiber tells a story, and it is your task to listen, to learn, and to grow. As you reflect on the day's events, you feel a newfound motivation stirring within you, a call to action to embrace the wisdom of the past while forging a path for the future. You are part of a legacy, a community that honors the spirits of the bridge and the wisdom they impart. With each sunrise, you are reminded that the connections you build are not merely physical but woven into the fabric of existence itself. So, take heart, for you are not alone in this journey. The fibers, the weavers, and the spirits of the bridge are all with you, guiding you as you step forward into the unknown. Section 7. The dawn breaks over the gorge, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink, a perfect backdrop for the bridge renewal ceremony. A sense of anticipation fills the air as the weavers gather, each one cradling a small bundle wrapped in leaves, a testament to their heritage. Kapak steps forward, the leader of the weavers, and unravels his offering, revealing a miniature bridge, intricately woven and no larger than his palm. In that moment, the fear of a gruesome sacrifice dissipates, replaced by the profound understanding that every bridge needs a spirit to cross. As Kapak tosses the tiny bridge into the void, he imparts a lesson that transcends generations: the importance of honoring the spirit of the bridge. Mainstream historians may note the symbolic significance of these offerings, but the truth runs deeper. It's about connection and respect. The concept of bridge cemeteries where retired cables are buried with ceremony highlights the reverence for infrastructure and the weaver's craft. Some argue it's ancestor worship, while others see it as documentation of a rich history, but the essence remains the same: honoring the past. You receive your own miniature bridge, a challenge that encapsulates everything you have learned, a test of your skill and patience. Your fingers, now calloused from weeks of labor, recall the motions instinctively, weaving a delicate version of the grand structure. As you prepare to toss your creation over the edge, Mama Killa watches, her nod of approval filled with wisdom and mystery. When she says, "It will catch your fall," it resonates as both a joke and a prophecy, a reminder of the unseen forces at play. With the ceremonial offerings complete, the real work begins. Teams of weavers spring into action, replacing entire cable sections with remarkable speed. There's no machinery, no pulleys, it's a dance of coordinated muscle and centuries of tradition, alive with energy and purpose. Old cables are meticulously removed strand by strand, while new ones take their place, a living organism in the process of renewal. At midday, the moment arrives. The village's oldest resident, a woman of immense wisdom, prepares for her ceremonial crossing. She shuffles across the renewed span, a living link to the past, pausing at the midpoint to offer blessings and curses to the gorge below. As she spits 3 times, the significance of the act resonates. It's a gesture that embodies the duality of life and death, creation and destruction. As night falls, the weavers gather on the bridge for a feast, celebrating their hard work and the renewed bond with the mountains. Kapak passes you a gourd of chicha, a symbol of community and shared purpose, and you feel the weight of the moment. His words echo in your mind: "We don't build bridges. We marry them to the mountains." This ceremony is not just about infrastructure, it's about unity, resilience, and the enduring power of tradition. As you look around, you see the joy on faces, the laughter, the stories being shared, all anchored by this magnificent structure. Every sip of chicha deepens your understanding of the weaver's philosophy. It's about connection, not just between people, but with the land itself. In this moment, you realize that the bridges we build are reflections of our values, our commitment, and our love for the world around us. The bridge stands not just as a path, but as a testament to the spirit of community, a lifeline that connects generations. You leave the ceremony not just as a participant, but as a steward of the legacy, ready to carry forward the lessons learned. This experience is a reminder that every endeavor requires sacrifice, dedication, and the willingness to honor what came before. As you walk away from the gorge, you feel a renewed sense of purpose, inspired to weave your own bridges in life. Let this ceremony ignite a fire within you to build connections, to honor traditions, and to embrace the journey ahead. Section 8. The Spanish arrive on horseback, their polished armor glinting like misplaced stars against the mountain slopes. You're repairing a freight handrail when the first conquistador dismounts and approaches the bridge only to freeze mid-step, his face draining of color as he comprehends the yawning gorge beneath the swaying grass span. His captain, a grizzled veteran named Aldana, prods the walkway with one boot like it might bite him. Mainstream accounts document Spanish-awed Incan engineering, but here's your bizarre fringe detail. Some conquistadors reportedly confessed to priests that the bridges were the devil's work because they lacked nails, the absence of which proved supernatural intervention. Historians still argue whether this was genuine superstition or an excuse for poor engineering skills. Aldana demands a demonstration. Capac, with theatrical nonchalance, bounces across the span and back, then gestures for the Spaniards to follow. The captain swallows visibly before ordering one of his men forward. The chosen soldier, a teenager barely older than you, crosses himself repeatedly before stepping onto the bridge, his metal boots slipping dangerously on the woven surface. Halfway across, when the bridge sways particularly violently, the boy drops to his knees and begins praying loudly to Saint Christopher. The weavers exchange amused glances. You've all seen children cross this bridge carrying baskets of rocks without breaking stride. When the soldier finally reaches the far side, he kisses the ground, to the uproarious laughter of his comrades. That evening, as the Spanish camp nervously on the gorge's edge, Aldana interrogates Capac through a translator. How often do these things collapse, he asks. The old weaver shrugs, when the mountain permits. Dissatisfied, the captain orders his men to start constructing a proper wooden bridge downstream, a project that will take 3 months and collapse in the first rainstorm. As you watch the conquistadors hammer uselessly at uncooperative planks, Capac murmurs, they think bridges are about wood and nails. We know they're about time and patience. Mama Killa adds something about Spanish boots being terrible for feeling the bridge's song, which makes the elders cackle into their chicha. In this moment, a lesson unfolds. True strength lies not in the materials we use, but in our understanding of the world around us. The bridge, a symbol of connection and endurance, teaches us that patience is an art form. Each sway of the bridge whispers secrets known to those who have walked its path with care. As the conquistadors struggle with their rigid notions of construction, the weavers embrace the rhythm of nature. In their laughter, a profound truth echoes: resilience comes from harmony with our environment. While the Spanish cling to their tools, the weavers wield wisdom passed down through generations. And as the sun sets behind the mountains, illuminating the gorge, it becomes clear that the heart of a bridge is built from stories, not just wood and nails. So let us not forget, the journey of creation is as important as the final structure. In every challenge, there lies an opportunity to learn and grow. When faced with adversity, remember the bridge and its lessons. For in the end, it is our ability to adapt, to listen, and to appreciate the beauty of patience that will carry us across even the widest chasms. Section 9. The dawn breaks with a gentle light, illuminating the path for the grandmothers as they arrive, their woven shawls fluttering gracefully in the mountain wind. With quiet authority, they inspect every knot and cable, hands that have woven bridges longer than your lifetime guiding their movements. These matriarchs, the true keepers of the Qswachaka, carry not just tools, but generations of wisdom embedded in their very being. As they tilt their heads to listen to the rope song, you realize the depth of their connection to this art. Mainstream anthropology may acknowledge women's role in bridge maintenance, yet there lies a fascinating detail often overlooked. The eldest weavers are said to possess a sacred stitch known as the hummingbird's heartbeat, woven only during a woman's moon cycle. Historians debate whether this was a revered tradition or a clever means of ensuring that menstrual huts served as quality control stations. Mama Killa leads you to the bridge's midpoint, where the grandmothers have gathered, transforming the atmosphere with their presence. They are not merely inspecting, they are teaching, their voices rising and falling like a weaving chant that aligns the fibers themselves. You are handed a spindle, instructed to spin while walking backward, a seemingly disorienting task that surprisingly yields the most even cord you've ever created. Abuela Waka chuckles, saying, "Your body knows more than your head," as she demonstrates the grandmother's secret: an extra twist for every seventh strand. This additional twist creates invisible reinforcement, a testament to the strength of flexibility that many fail to comprehend. She shares a powerful insight: the Spanish see our bridges sway and think them weak. They don't understand that flexibility is the strength that lasts. As the afternoon shadows stretch, the grandmothers share enchanting stories of bridges that refused to be built until certain songs were sung. They recount tales of spans that would alter their harmonics, warning villages of approaching danger, merging engineering with the essence of magic. Each story concludes with a knowing nod, a silent challenge that invites you to question the boundaries of reality. When the inspection reaches its end, the grandmothers honor the bridge's anchors with chicha and coca leaves, a ritual steeped in tradition. Abuela Waka presses a small woven talisman into your palm, its three crossed fibers tied with a knot unfamiliar to you. For when you meet your first angry bridge, she winks, leaving you with a sense of both wonder and responsibility. In this moment, you understand that you are part of a lineage, a continuity of knowledge that transcends generations. Embrace the wisdom of the grandmothers. Let their legacy inspire you to weave strength and resilience into your own life. Just as the bridges sway with grace, allow yourself to bend without breaking, to adapt without losing your core. This journey is not merely about building bridges, it's about forging connections that withstand the test of time. Take their teachings to heart, for within them lies the power to transform not only your craftsmanship but also your spirit. As twilight descends, remember that every strand you weave carries the whispers of those who came before you. Harness the lessons learned, and let them guide you as you navigate your path, whether in life or in the art of creation. Section 10. In the heart of the Andes, at midday, the air is thick with anticipation as the llama caravan approaches. A shaggy river of wool and disdain flows toward the bridge, each creature carrying the weight of its own story. Stationed at the eastern anchor point with Kapak, I immerse myself in the delicate art of livestock calculus. Here, I learn to determine the exact number of irritated camelids that can occupy a swaying grass bridge without triggering catastrophe. Mainstream zoology tells us that llamas were the Incas' primary pack animals, but there's more beneath the surface. Veteran bridge keepers have long claimed these animals possess a unique ability to count through the vibrations of the bridge. They instinctively space themselves to avoid harmonic resonance, a skill that leaves historians debating the essence of animal intelligence. Is it instinct or generations of selective breeding that has gifted these llamas with such remarkable traits? As I ponder this, the lead llama, a grumpy elder with one chewed ear, halts at the bridge entrance. Nostrils flaring, it assesses the span, weighing its options with an intensity that demands respect. After what feels like an eternity of deliberation, it steps forward, igniting a chain reaction among the caravan. Capac nods approvingly, remarking, "Smart one. Knows when to hurry." I watch in fascination as the llamas space themselves with uncanny precision, their padded feet barely disturbing the bridge's rhythm. Halfway across, a young male attempts to pass its neighbor, triggering a symphony of warning hums from the others. In an instant, the offender falls back in line, understanding the unspoken rules of their community. The bridge sways but holds, its cables singing under the coordinated weight of the caravan. "Now watch the drover," Capac whispers, drawing my attention to the herder. She's a girl no older than 12, walking along the very edge of the bridge, her bare feet reading the cables like braille. With each step, she pauses to adjust a llama's position, her gentle tugs on the lead rope a testament to her bond with the animals. When the last animal reaches solid ground, she turns and bows slightly to the bridge, a gesture of gratitude and respect. As the caravan disappears down the mountain trail, Capac unveils the real secret behind their success. The llamas don't fear the bridge because their great-great-grandmothers crossed it. He continues, "Fear is forgetting what your bones remember." His words resonate deep within me, igniting a spark of inspiration. That night, I drift into a dream filled with endless llama trains crossing starlit bridges that stretch into infinity. In this dream, I witnessed the power of legacy and the strength found in trust and understanding. The llamas teach us that overcoming fear is rooted in the wisdom of our ancestors. As I awaken, I carry with me the lessons learned from this journey, a reminder that we can navigate our own bridges. In life, like the llamas, we must trust the rhythm of our journey, allowing our instincts to guide us. When faced with challenges, we can draw strength from those who have come before us. Let us embrace the unknown with confidence, knowing that the path is laid before us. Together, we can create a harmony that resonates through generations, just like the llamas across the bridge. So, as you step into your own journey, remember the llamas and their bridge. Embrace your fears, learn from your experiences, and trust in the wisdom of your own bones. Section 11. In a world where every step could lead to the edge of the abyss, safety takes on a whole new meaning. Welcome to the Incan OSHA, where our safety briefing begins not with rules and regulations, but with a demonstration that sticks in your mind. Capac stands at the gorge edge, spitting over the side, watching intently as the droplet disappears into the void. "That's how long you have to regret your life choices if you fall," he says with a grin, and we can't help but laugh nervously. In this realm of ancient engineering marvels, safety is not dictated by guardrails, but by imagination and a healthy dose of fear. Mainstream archaeology marvels at the Incas' exceptional safety records, yet here lies a curious detail: the role of the panic master. These individuals, dedicated to the art of alerting workers, screamed warnings in creative ways, turning safety into a theatrical performance. Was it innovation or mere theatrics? Historians debate, but one thing is clear: it kept the workers on their toes. You find yourself assigned the prestigious role of rope monitor, a title that comes with both pride and a hefty dose of responsibility. Your job? Stand near freshly woven cables and shout if they show signs of unraveling. But as you quickly discover, the true safety protocol is about communal vigilance. Every worker watches over one another in a tightly woven chain of paranoia. The moment you zone out, grass knots fly your way, a reminder to stay alert. Mama Killa, a seasoned worker, steps forward to teach the controlled scream technique. When danger strikes, you don't freeze, you scream a specific tone that communicates the type of threat. Laughter erupts during practice as the men try to differentiate between lateral sway and imminent anchor failure while maintaining pitch. It's a blend of seriousness and joy, a reminder that safety can be fun. But the true test arrives unexpectedly when a sudden wind shear shakes the bridge like an angry llama. Before fear can take root, your body instinctively reacts, knees bent, one hand gripping the safety line you thoughtfully tied earlier. With the other hand, you signal the danger to downstream workers, a swift reminder of the importance of communication. The bridge bucks, but the weight is distributed, reactions are quick, and disaster is averted. That evening, as the sun sets, Kapak raises a toast to your first real bridge dance with a cup of extra strong chicha. Today you learned the most important rule, he slurs, a glimmer of pride in his eyes. All bridges want to kill you. Our job is to convince them to wait a little longer. In this moment, you realize that safety is not just about avoiding danger, but embracing the thrill of the challenge. Together, you and your team have danced with danger and emerged victorious. This is not just a job, it's a journey of growth, camaraderie, and resilience. Each day on the bridge is a lesson, a reminder of the trust you place in one another. The laughter, the screams, the shared experiences, they weave a fabric stronger than the cables you work with. And as you continue this journey, remember, safety is a collective effort, a shared responsibility. Embrace the fear, channel it into focus, and let it propel you forward. With every bridge you build, you are not just constructing a path, you are creating a legacy. So stand tall, stay vigilant, and remember that together, you can conquer the most daunting challenges. In the heart of the Andes, you are not just workers, you are warriors of safety, architects of your fate. Section 12. As dawn breaks, the mist rolls in, thick and obscuring, challenging our perceptions and inviting us to step into the unknown. The elder weavers, seasoned and wise, move onto the bridge with unwavering confidence, their fingers deftly reading the cables like ancient texts waiting to be interpreted. Mama Killa, with her weathered face kissed by the fog, whispers about the ghost bridge weather, reminding us that sometimes we must embrace the mysterious to find our way. Mainstream meteorology may explain the phenomenon, but it is the stories of the weavers that ignite our imagination, tales of phantom spans appearing and disappearing like dreams at dawn. Historians debate the nature of these visions, but perhaps they are not mere illusions, perhaps they are invitations from the mountain spirits, urging us to explore our own paths. As you follow the elders, the damp ropes slip beneath your fingers, and the world shrinks to just a few feet, each step requiring faith in the unseen. Then, with a dramatic shift, the fog parts, revealing that you are not on the main bridge, but rather on a secondary cable, a reminder of how easily we can lose our way. Laughter erupts among the weavers at your surprise, and Kapak, with a twinkle in his eye, shares the wisdom of fog crossings as the ultimate test of a bridgekeeper's skill. He closes his eyes and walks confidently along the narrow support cable, demonstrating that when vision fails, we must learn to listen to the whispers of the fibers beneath our feet. The bridge, he explains, always knows where it wants us to go, we simply need to remember how to listen, a skill often lost in the hustle of adulthood. That afternoon, with the skies clear and bright, you decide to attempt the blind walk yourself, embracing the challenge with an open heart. With each step, the vibrations of the bridge paint a vivid picture in your mind, guiding you to the areas that need care and the spots that have worn from the weight of countless journeys. When you finally dare to open your eyes, you realize you have traversed the entire span without looking down, a testament to your newfound trust in the bridge's song. As dusk settles, the elders gather, sharing tales of travelers who were saved by ghost bridges appearing at the right moment, reinforcing the power of faith and belief. They speak of mysterious weavers seen under the moonlight, repairing these phantom spans, reminding us that magic exists in the unseen. You drift into sleep with the bridge's song still resonating in your bones, dreaming of misty spans that connect forgotten kingdoms and lost dreams. In this world of uncertainty, let the stories of the weavers inspire you to embrace the fog, to trust in your instincts, and to listen deeply to the guidance that surrounds you. Remember, every step you take on your own bridge is a step toward understanding, toward connection, and toward your true path. Section 13. In a land where tradition meets modernity, the arrival of steel cables brings both promise and peril. These cables, coiled like metallic serpents, seem poised to strangle the age-old customs that have defined the lives of the villagers for generations. With pristine hiking boots and blueprints in hand, the government engineer stands ready to unveil a vision of the future, a bridge upgraded with materials that promise longevity. But as he extols the virtues of steel over grass, the weavers remain in stony silence, their hearts heavy with the weight of history. They've heard the praises sung by mainstream engineering, yet they also remember the tales whispered by villagers, tales of llamas refusing to cross the first steel-reinforced Cueswachaka. For 3 moons, the llamas stood in protest, and the bridge itself seemed to scream in the high winds, a haunting sound that echoed the clash between the old and the new. Historians debate whether this was an act of animal instinct or merely the unsettling vibrations of unfamiliar materials. Now, you find yourself recruited into this delicate dance of tradition and technology, tasked with installing the new cables with care and reverence. The process is torturous, threading steel through living fiber, ensuring that the spirit of the bridge remains undisturbed. The weavers work with a slow, deliberate grace, treating each metal strand as an unruly apprentice that requires guidance and correction. When the engineer grows impatient, Kapak, a wise and steadfast weaver, reminds him, "You can hurry a mule, but you can't hurry a mountain." At midday, Mama Killa, the revered elder, steps forward to perform a blessing ceremony, sprinkling coca leaves where the metal meets the ichu grass. The government officials fidget, their impatience palpable, yet the elder weavers participate with solemnity and respect. As the last steel cable is tensioned, a sound reverberates through the air, a metallic groan that sends birds scattering from the cliffs, a warning or a lament? That evening, away from prying ears, the weavers gather to share their thoughts and fears about the bridge's transformation. Abuela Waka, the matriarch, speaks with a knowing sadness, "The bridge will tolerate the metal, but it will never sing to it." As dawn breaks, you cross the newly hybrid span, and it feels different, more rigid, less alive. The steel performs its duty flawlessly, yet within the very fabric of the bridge, something intangible has been lost. The laughter of the past, the songs of the weavers, and the whispers of the wind seem to fade into the background, replaced by the cold, unyielding presence of metal. As the government team departs, pleased with their so-called improvements, Kapak begins gathering extra ichu grass, his movements deliberate and thoughtful. For when the metal forgets how to listen, he explains, stuffing the strands into his pouch like a doctor preparing for an emergency. His actions remind us that while we may embrace modernity, we must never forget the wisdom of the past. Each strand of ichu grass represents a connection to the land, to the ancestors, and to the stories that have shaped their identity. In this evolving landscape, we are challenged to find harmony between what is new and what is sacred. Let us remember that progress does not have to come at the expense of our roots. Instead, we can cultivate a future that honors both. As we tread this delicate path, we must be vigilant, listening for the songs of the past that still echo in our hearts. For in every decision, in every project, we hold the power to either build bridges or sever ties. Let us be the guardians of tradition, ensuring that as we forge ahead, we do not lose sight of where we came from. In this journey, may we find the courage to question, to reflect, and to act with purpose. Together, we can create a future that resonates with the wisdom of our ancestors while embracing the possibilities of tomorrow. Section 14. At the edge of a breathtaking gorge, the last true bridge weaver, Don Alejandro, sits alone, embodying a legacy that is both rich and fragile. With gnarled fingers, he braids strands of ichu grass, an art form that has dimmed in the shadows of modernity. At 103 years old, he is the final custodian of a tradition that once flourished, crafting Huachuca bridges from scratch, not merely maintaining the tourist-friendly versions of today. Mainstream anthropology has chronicled the decline of this vital craft, yet the poignant truth lies in Don Alejandro's whisper. The old bridges sang the names of every weaver, while the new steel cables remain eerily silent. Historians debate whether this is mere metaphor or an actual auditory experience, lost to the relentless march of progress. As dawn breaks, you find him softly singing to a bundle of grass fibers, as if he were calming a frightened animal, a ritual steeped in reverence for the past. His hands, twisted by arthritis, still weave with a grace that belies his age, fingers recalling what his mind sometimes struggles to retain. They say the bridge is safer now, he muses, casting a glance at the steel-reinforced span, but safe from what? From living? From changing? He begins to guide you through the intricate process of bridge construction, weaving tales with each step, from the ceremonial first fiber to the complex anchor knots. His words flow like the mountain streams nearby, intertwining practical engineering with stories that speak of bridges healing the sick or predicting landslides, a testament to the deep connection between the weaver and his craft. When government officials arrive to declare that traditional methods are no longer necessary, Don Alejandro simply smiles, continuing his weaving, undeterred by their dismissive words. That afternoon, he performs a sacred ceremony at the original stone anchor of the bridge, a place where history and memory converge. With remarkable precision, he ties a miniature bridge from memory, no measurements or hesitations, and tucks it into the rocks where the first cables once lay. For when they remember, he states cryptically, a reminder that the essence of the craft is not lost, merely waiting to be rediscovered. As the sun sets, bathing the gorge in golden hues, the true tragedy unveils itself. It is not just the fading knowledge that breaks the heart, but the severed connection between weaver and bridge. That silent conversation, a thread that spans generations, finds no place in modern engineering textbooks, yet it pulses with life in Don Alejandro's hands. His fingers hold secrets that no blueprint can ever encapsulate, a living testament to resilience, tradition, and the enduring spirit of humanity. In this poignant moment, you realize the importance of preserving not just the craft, but the stories and connections that breathe life into it. Don Alejandro, the last of his kind, becomes a symbol of hope, urging us to listen to the whispers of the past as we forge ahead into the future. Let us honor his legacy, embracing change while cherishing our roots, for in doing so, we keep the spirit of bridge weaving alive. As we navigate our own paths, may we remember that true safety lies not in the absence of risk, but in the richness of our connections. So, let us weave our own stories, one thread at a time, ensuring that the whispers of the past guide us toward a brighter future. Section 15. Moonlight transforms the gorge into a silver river of shadows as you walk the bridge one last time. The steel cables gleam coldly, but the remaining grass fibers still hum underfoot, a fading echo of the song they once sang in full voice. Somewhere beneath the modern reinforcements, the old bridge remembers itself. Mainstream historians declare the Chaski tradition preserved through annual renewal ceremonies, but here's your bittersweet truth: the current reconstructions are just surface layer replacements over permanent steel infrastructure. Historians still argue whether this constitutes preservation or elaborate cultural theater. Your hands, now calloused from weeks of work, instinctively check knots as you walk. Halfway across, you pause. Was that faint vibration the wind, or something deeper? You remove your shoes, letting bare feet read the bridge's story directly. The steel remains silent, but here and there, surviving ichu strands tremble with familiar energy. At the far side, you spot Don Alejandro's miniature bridge tucked in the rocks. Touching it releases a scent of sun-warmed grass and ancient mountains. Somewhere above, a condor cries, the same sound that greeted your first terrified crossing weeks ago. You finish the crossing backward, as the weavers taught you, never turning your back on the bridge. The night air carries whispers of generations of weavers, their knowledge now resting in museum displays and YouTube videos. Yet as you step onto solid ground, a single fiber clings to your sleeve, one last thread refusing to let go. In this moment, you realize the true essence of preservation lies not in the physical structure, but in the spirit of the weavers who came before you. Every step you took across that bridge was a tribute to their resilience, their artistry, and their connection to the land. You are not just crossing a bridge, you are walking through history, carrying their stories forward into the future. With each knot you tied, you wove your own narrative into the fabric of this sacred place. It is a reminder that even in a world of steel and concrete, a heart of tradition beats strong. The whispers of the past urge you onward, encouraging you to honor the legacy of those who built this bridge long before you. You feel the weight of their hopes and dreams, melding with your own as you step into a brighter tomorrow. This journey is not just about preservation, it is about transformation, about how the past can inspire the future. As you leave the bridge behind, you carry with you the lessons learned, the strength gained, and the bonds formed. You are a part of this ongoing story, a thread in the tapestry of life that connects generations. Embrace the challenge, for every ending is but a new beginning. Let the echoes of the weavers guide you as you forge your own path. This bridge was built not just to cross a gorge, but to transcend the limitations of time and space. As you walk away, remember, the spirit of the bridge lives on in you. Carry it with pride, and let it inspire others to seek their own connections to the past. In the dance of shadows and light, you find your purpose, your passion. Let the moonlight illuminate your journey, reminding you that you are never truly alone. With every step, you honor the legacy of those before you, and in doing so, you create a legacy of your own. And so we leave the rope bridges of the Andes, those swaying threads that once connected an empire. There's something profoundly human in their impermanence, these structures that demanded constant care, constant renewal, constant conversation between people and mountain. Modernity favors monuments that stand untouched for centuries, but the Chaski teaches a different wisdom, that true strength lies in willingness to be remade. That sometimes the most enduring things are those brave enough to change with the world while keeping their essential song. As you drift toward sleep tonight, perhaps imagine yourself as both weaver and bridge, sometimes the hands tying the knots, sometimes the fibers holding the weight. The ancients knew we're all just temporary spans across life's canyons, singing our brief songs into the wind. Let the creak of imaginary cables rock you gently. Let the memory of mountain air fill your lungs. And if you listen closely in that space between wakefulness and dreams, you might just hear the bridges whispering their stories to those willing to cross with open hands. Sweet dreams. These bridges remind us that life is a journey of connection and transformation. Each knot tied represents a choice, a moment of courage, a step towards something greater. Embrace the impermanence around you, it is the essence of your growth. In the face of challenges, remember that every fall is an opportunity to rise again, stronger and wiser. Your story, like the bridges, is woven from experiences that shape you. Cherish the conversations that happen in the spaces between, for they are where true understanding is born. Just as the Andes embrace their bridges, so too must you embrace the changes that come your way. The winds of life will sway you, but your roots can hold firm. Imagine the tapestry of your life, rich with colors of resilience and bravery. As you rest, let go of fears and embrace the possibilities that tomorrow holds. You are a bridge capable of connecting hearts, sharing stories, and creating pathways. In every ending lies a new beginning, a chance to renew your commitment to your dreams. Let the echoes of the past guide you as you forge ahead into the unknown. Your journey is unique, it is your own song that deserves to be sung. Believe in the strength of your spirit, for it is the foundation of every bridge you will build. When you feel overwhelmed, remember the Huachaka and its lessons of perseverance. Just like the bridges, you are meant to be flexible, adaptable, and resilient. As you close your eyes, visualize the connections you've made, the bridges you've crossed. You have the power to weave your own narrative, one knot at a time. The night sky above is filled with stars, each one a reminder of the light you carry within. Let your dreams take flight, for they are the seeds of your future endeavors. Rest well, knowing that the strength of your character will guide you through any storm. The bridges may sway, but they will always stand, just like you. Tomorrow is a new day, a blank canvas waiting for your brush strokes. Embrace the journey ahead with a heart full of hope and a spirit ready to soar. As you drift off into slumber, know that you are woven into the fabric of life. Every connection you make strengthens the community of hearts that surround you. Let the whispers of the past remind you of the resilience that flows through your veins. You are not alone, the bridges of your life are supported by those who love you. Hold on to the dreams that ignite your passion, for they will light your path. Sleep peacefully, knowing that each new day is a chance to remake yourself. In the quiet of the night, find solace in the stories waiting to unfold. Awaken with the dawn, ready to weave new connections and build new bridges. Life is a beautiful dance of change, embrace it with open arms and a joyful heart.